What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're going to be trying something a bit different. This is interesting because I had a version of this deck I'd been working on for the better part of a week, and I really couldn't find a list that I was happy with. And this user by the name of Soul Archer, who I ran into on Twitter, and apparently already follows the channel, so thank you, Soul Archer. Is already doing this thing a bit better and actually has been having some success with it. So I figured I would take a look at it, maybe change one or two small things, but leave it mostly intact and then give it a run and see how it does in the arena. But before we get to take a look at that, you know what you gotta do. Gotta like this video to help us get in front of more people. Hit the subscribe button so I know that you just like coming to the channel and appreciate what I'm doing. And then hit the notification bell because that's for you to let you know every time I have a new video up. And once you do all that, we'll go take a look at this Boros Midrange list. Alright, so we're going to take a look here with this, starting with Charming Prince. I believe Soul Archer's version had 4. I'm going with 3. I needed to shape some numbers so I could try to find room for at least 2 Embrus Shieldbreakers. Surprisingly, when I talked to Soul Archer, they said they hadn't really played against, I think they said maybe one Temur Adventures list. I don't know how they dodged it, playing like 20 or 30 matches, but hey, sometimes the odds fall that way. So a couple of Shield Breakers, like we mentioned, some Scorching Dragonfires, Maze Mind Tomb, which I think is going to play a very big role in this deck, 4 Banishing Lights, some Lava Brink Venturers, Bone Crusher Giants, which we, obviously if you're playing red in this format, you almost are priced into playing a Bone Crusher Giant. Bosri's Lieutenant, which is all around quality. Mangara, this is one I think a lot of people have steered away from, but being able to get some extra life, possibly a card, you know, there's a lot going on here for sure. Haktos, this is another one that I think outside of Winota list hasn't seen a lot of play, but it's possible that you could set this up and your opponent just can't block it. So I'm really interested to see how this one plays out. 1 copy of Baneslayer Angel. Not really sure about that, but, you know, this was their list, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. Elspeth Conquers Death for some quality removal and a way to retrieve a creature late. And Terror of the Peaks. Lands, nothing real surprising here, going with some plains, mountains, a full set each of Temple of Triumph, Savai Triome, and Fabled Passage. So that's it. Let's see how it plays in the arena. Okay, our opponent gets to go first. I'm going to assume this is bad. I'm just guessing here. Well, this isn't much better. But we're going to keep, and, When we're going up against a Lurrus, there's a chance this isn't going to be that good. So let's go with this. Archfiend's Vessel. Great. I guess there's a world where I could have kept that first hand with just the, Scorching Dragonfire probably would have been better. Here, unfortunately, though, I'm pretty sure the opponent's just going to have some kind of, like, village rights or something. So I'm just going to let them hit us with it. We don't really care. I'd rather try to get something else in the exchange. Alright, they're just putting Lurrus in their hand. Problem is now, if they have another land, if we kill it, they can just Lurrus and get it out next turn. Don't really want to allow that. Let's just hit the opponent for 2. We did not draw a land. That can stay on top. And then, let's see if we can kill a Lurrus here. And we'll take it. Go to 15. Eidolon, sure. I mean, I guess we might as well. If they village rights, they village rights. We just lose our Bone Crusher Giant. That's fine. Ah, they didn't have one. Oh, smart on them. They get to play their, well, is this a spot where we just Mangara? Since we're only going to play 1 spell this turn. when we can possibly, well, we can for sure Banishing Light next turn on a Lurrus. Could possibly Elspeth Conquers Death. Let's go with this. I mean, maybe it's a spot removal card in hand. It's got to be something. What else do they have? I'm so baffled. Alright, they can Village Rites. Play Lurrus, get it back, get a 5/5. We remove the 5/5. We have to let Lurrus sit a little bit longer. Alright, we get to draw a card because they played a second spell on a turn. Eidolon. Seems legit. Interesting that they didn't try to replay the Archfiend's Vessel there. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little perplexed. Even if that was a Call of the Death Dweller, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but maybe that's what they are. They're just looking for more value. Man, the problem is I know we can get a Lurrus with this. If they have another way to get a 5/5 into play, we may end up just getting caught having to block it, which isn't what we want to do, but it's probably the right thing to do. Do we want to attack? No attacks. I mean, I guess their hand could just be all lands, but that doesn't make sense either. It's not likely. Alright, so we're going to deadweight. Sure. Play another deadweight. Alright, we get to draw a card. Oh, I see. So the trick is if we block, then they're just going to play Mogus's favor. In a way, though, I kind of don't mind, because then it makes them remove another 2 cards out of their graveyard, which is kind of legit. And then we don't have to worry about one of those Archfiend's Vessels. I mean, we are getting some value here from Mangara, but it does keep them from drawing another card. We get to do this next turn. Probably have these. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I know what the consequences are, but it's fine. I think it's worth it. Because now it's just like, okay, do you want... I mean, if they just have another one in hand, they have another one in hand, you know. Nothing we can do about that. But here, it's just a matter of, like, getting them to spend resources to increase the odds of some of this other stuff living. Yeah, now the opponent's trying to decide, like, okay, is it worth it, right? Do they want to use that? Do they want to draw cards? Do they want to do something else? I think, though, our best play is just go with Terror of the Peaks and then try to start rolling this stuff out. Though... I say that. If we were to draw a land, it's possible we just throw both of these out there first. Just make it harder. Give the opponent more things to push past. And if they want to use removal, maybe try to get them to come after something a little smaller. We could also set this to odd, because that appears to be everything so far in the opponent's deck seems to be 1s and 3s. So that's probably correct. Though they're, well, yeah, even deadweights. I mean, I have to assume, though, they probably have, like, Heartless Act or Eliminates or something. Oh, did the opponent disconnect, maybe? I thought they were just thinking about a actual tough decision here. If not, that's very disappointing. I thought they were plotting what to do with their cards, because, I mean, that was a real decision there. Okay, well, they had a timeout to use, so they're not dead yet. They've still got time to get back in. Yeah, it's just kind of weird when stuff like that happens because like I said, I assumed. Let me move the camera here, by the way. I just realized it's kind of off somewhat. There we go. But yeah, it's just weird. I didn't realize here I was just talking to y'all, thinking about strategy stuff, and here we are with the opponent possibly having disconnected, which is a lot of not nearly as fun stuff here. Yep. Okay. Well, if we didn't draw the lands, we'll just do this. Opponent should get a few seconds to respond here. This is a little unfortunate, you know, because they did have the castle locked lane. You know, they've got some other action here going on. Like, there's a lot of things that could have affected the outcome here. And our hand was pretty interesting, too. So, kind of tough when this stuff happens. I mean, but who knows? It may not even be a disconnect. I mean, I know we all have real issues. Could be a family thing. Maybe you had to run off, deal with a kid who, like, I don't know, bashed their head on something. Because, you know, kids do that. And, you know, you got to take care of stuff around the house first with family, pets, friends, whatever. Yeah, that's unfortunate. An opponent kept 7. We're going to mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. I think I'm going to get rid of Lava Brink Venturer. Good card, but I think these others are going to be more important to us here. Alright, well, that's not really what we're looking for, but it may have to do. We didn't immediately run out of clover, so that's kind of good, right? That's got to count for something. Do we want to scry? Yeah, I think that's what we do. We're just going to scry here. Opponents incentivize. Ooh. Ooh. I think I want to keep both of those on top. Maybe even in that order, actually. Yeah, okay. That's a rarity that you get to scry 2 and leave them even in the correct order. So here, if they do play a big Love Drug piece, we will just get it out of the way. I think here our plan is just going to be play a Banishing Light, attack with Charming Prince, assume the next card they play is probably going to be something like Questing Beast. Then we can either or block it with the Bone Crusher Giant, or potentially just use the other Banishing Light if they're not presenting other real threats to us. Though my guess is it's probably just going to be Banishing Light, because then we can Temple of Triumph and then play Terror of the Peaks next turn, which is totally fine. Because I don't think we're just going to run that in. Maze Mind Tome. Now we're going to be kind of looking for creatures at this stage. I assume they've just got more big things, probably like Gargaroth or something incoming, but we'll do what we can. Big Snake. I mean, I'm totally willing to acknowledge, like, the better play was probably play just Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, interesting, because they can't put that on a human. So that's advantageous. That's nice. Nice, nice, nice. They didn't Primal Might. But there was a weird hesitation there, which I don't like. So it's either they could have Primal Mighted and opted not to, or the other option, they have just a big Stone Cold Serpent, which is also reasonable. So let's say they do have a Primal Might, even with no more land. They can 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So they can make that an 8, smash whatever creature we put in the way, And then attack. Alright, we guess we gotta do. We gotta try. If not, we'll just start trying to block with Bone Crusher Giants. I mean, they could do something like Gem Razor on a Gem Razor to be able to get a Questing Beast back, which, you know, that's a real play. Then we'd just be hoping to draw a land, probably, and just straight up just take down the 2 4/4s. The opponent's putting a lot of thought here, though, so maybe that is it. Maybe their play is just Gem Razor onto a Gem Razor. But a Primal Might here is big. I mean, that turns that creature into a 9. I mean, we would go to 5. Oh, nope, it is Gem Razor to Gem Razor. Okay, well, we are going to take a hit this turn. But the good news is the opponent's just Gem Razoring things. Oh, interesting. Oh, because they get double. Ah, yes, but it's each time that it's... Oh, well, that's a thing. That's a problem. It's not a thing we want to see. Okay, so plan here then changes. We could take 8, go to 6. Even if the opponent turns the Gem Razor into a 9 next turn to fight something, we can't... Uh-oh. This might be Primal Might here. It is. Alright, that's a bigger problem. That creates a whole different scenario of issues. So they actually did have the Primal Might. Haktos would be a gamble. But I don't think that's what we want to do. We want to make sure this can't attack us here. We know the opponent's light on cards. So let's just see what happens. We're at 6. Let's see what kind of time we can buy. Ooh, Great Hands is not our friend here. Gonna play like a 4/4 Stone Coil? Oh, or is that just another Primal Might? No, that would have been bad. Alright, we're gonna block and block, I suppose? I mean, we could just be in a world of hurt. Those aren't the cards we want to see here. Man, there are a lot of things we lose to now. Primal Mights, Questing Beast. Ugh. Wow. I mean, we could kill this and hope they don't draw a 1/1. It's kind of the other option, which isn't great. Because we play Haktos, that still tramples. Gosh. Alright, we're gonna try. See what happens here. Yeah, they'll just gain life. That's fine. Hopefully it's just a land in hand. They have played a lot of spells, but they've also drawn a lot of land. Hopefully no Giant Growth or anything. No creature pump spells. Alright, we escaped. Somehow, we escaped. Alright, we're gonna go get another mountain, I think. Uh-oh. Oh, they're just getting life to get it. I guess maybe in case we had something that destroyed an artifact or whatever. Okay, we're at 4, which doesn't feel great, but it's not bad. We at least can survive like questing beasts and stuff now. Something like a big Stone Cold Serpent's about to... Okay, Yorvo. Yorvo's tough, but Yorvo doesn't trample unless they get a Gem Razor or something. Which is possible, though they did play 2 of them already. And Haktos, depending on what number we land on, Could be good against the opponent here. Alright, getting a Scorching Dragonfire with Haktos here actually isn't the worst thing. What did we set on? Protection from... dang it, everything but 3. Gosh, dang it. That's the worst. That's the worst. I was just thinking, like, both of these are 3. If we get one set on something else, awesome. Oh, that's hurtful. That just makes me all kind of sad. Yeah, now I'm not sure what we can do from here. Maybe draw Baneslayer, so we can at least start gaining some life. I guess Elspeth Conquers Death is reasonable. Though we've kind of blown up 2 of our 4 Banishing Lights, that's not really much of an option. And just do a big Primal Might? I mean, okay. Not really sure what we're doing now. This guy doesn't trample. Man, what's funny is we can almost kill it. Not quite. We're just barely wrong to be able to kill it. I mean, we could double block and kill it, but I don't think that's the best use. We'll go back down to a 5/5. But I think this is the plan. Man, if that was one less, just one less, we'd be able to kill it. Okay. At least set ourselves up to be able to kill it next turn. And we do have random protections from other things here, in case it ends up mattering. Ooh, we could reset Haktos. Though we might actually also need to just gain life. That's probably smarter. I know, like, as soon as I do this, they're going to draw a Questing Beast. And then I'll be like, it sucks that it's set on 3 now. Oh, gosh. I'm going to scry. Alright, fair. We at least get those out of the way. I actually feel better about that. Because we wouldn't want to draw those. Oh, Haktos has to attack. Gosh dang it. Yeah, that's bad news. I needed to reset Haktos then. My first instinct was correct. Oh well, now I think we're just dead. We got nothing here. Oh, did they really not draw a creature? Oh, wow. Okay, we're just blocking to not die. They really have nothing in hand? Well, we didn't draw anything either, even after getting rid of those 2 useless cards. We're still dead to a Questing Beast here, or anything with haste. Alright, Horn Beetle and... nothing else, huh? Alright, I mean, I guess we possibly are dead anyway, but let's take a look. Whoo, boy. I mean, sure. I don't know how we're going to survive all this, but we got to try. Alright. Casting 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana, 9 mana. Okay, they're just going overboard with the Primal Might. Yeah. I'm just going to set up the GGs. Come on, opponent. Just do it. There you go. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It's pretty slow, but we'll see how things play out. We already have all the land we want, so I'm going to go ahead and spend that to just go get a mountain. Obviously, because I kept this hand now, we're going to play against a Temur Adventures list, with us having no way to deal with the Clover and no way to remove an early creature. Alright, we're definitely going to be scrying. I mean, the one thing I will say, there's some creatures in this list that... Ugh. I mean, this is a good card, but I don't think it does anything for us here. But we have a few cards that, like, if they do get bounced or whatever, aren't the worst thing for us. Like, you know, getting to reuse a Charming Prince is totally fine. You know, getting to put another counter on our creatures with the lieutenants is okay. Not great, mind you, but, I mean, they at least do provide some value. I guess we'll just call odd. I guess even if they play, like, Lovestruck Beast, we can keep attacking here. No, Uro's a different story. We don't do anything to that guy. Third Innkeeper? Okay, well, it wasn't as ultimately as bad as it could have been. I think we go ahead and play this. For now, I think it makes sense to put a counter on the Lava Brink Venture and attack. I'm not sure what we're concerned about here, but there are many things that could happen. We could see them... Well, I mean, they could bounce like an adventurer, maybe. But that's not super effective. Maybe play their big giant? Okay, nope. They're just going to go search for something. What are we searching for? An unsummon? What would be the weirdest thing that they could go get me? Okay, well that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're a pretty good chunk of mana away from that, so we're not overly concerned just yet. I say we put it here, and then we attack with everybody. I mean, now it looks like they're probably just managing life totals, so it's possible that they have 2 things to bounce stuff or whatever here. But that would buy them... I mean, they got to get 3 turns. Well, that's not true. If they have the giant, they only really need 2 more turns to be able to play Ugin. So I'm just trying to decide if I want this Divide Triome in hand or in play here. I think I'm going to go with in play just because we can draw like Scorching Dragonfire or Bonecrusher Giant. Which, if they're not playing a bunch of things in the way, I mean, getting rid of one of those could be important. Have to assume they have at least 1 Brazen Borrower at this point, if not 2. Nope, there's another Uro, so that definitely buys them time to put the land in play. So now we're in trouble. Yeah, because now they're already at 7. I hate Ugin so much. I genuinely do. Like, Ugin is my least favorite card in Standard by a long shot. You know, I know people say, what about Uro? Like, not even close. It's all about hating on Ugin, trust me. Oh, Terror of the Peaks. I appreciate you trying, buddy. Appreciate you trying. I mean... we attack, but I mean, if they have a land, I mean, we kind of know what's happening here. They just block across the board, right? Knowing they're going to lose everything. Discard cards, return the Fae of Wishes. Yep, makes sense. And they're going to have more than enough to get an Uro back. This is going to be tough. Don't know how we're going to get out of this one. I really wish it was I really wish it was Terror of the Peaks in hand, and then we'd at least get to gamble on something to hit like an Ugin or something. But it's just not where we're at. And this doesn't hit real hard with Ugin, mind you. And now they could just Fae of Wishes to go get something to deal with Terror of the Peaks, which sucks. But they can. Yep. All you need is an unsummon. And there it is. Alright, we take 3. I mean, maybe we could draw something cheap to cast here. That would be nice. Opponent is at 3, though. They'll go to 6 from one of the Uros. So that's an annoying thing that will happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not enough to get 2 things. Enough to get 1 now. There are 5, so we'll go to 8. This doesn't help us, really. We'll pass. I mean, I guess it didn't matter that we played that Savitron, because we wouldn't have had a good spot to cycle it. Alright, they're returning it. I'm gonna go get something else, I'm assuming. Oh, well, no, they could just mine us to deal with the Terror of the Peaks now, if they wanted to. Yep. Alright. Well, now we've got to find stuff to deal with the Uros. And they're going to give them just enough to start getting to 2 Uros now. Sure. Makes sense. I think, you know what I think is really annoying about Fae of Wishes? It's not even that it, like, I don't like, I've said it before on previous videos, I don't like any of the cards that search from outside the game. But the fact that, in addition to doing it, you can just return it and do it again. Like, it really has no downside. Like, I would say, if anything, the only good thing is that it's a rare and not a mythic. Sure. Don't think color really matters here. That is not going to do anything for us, and that is it. Alright, we're going to keep it. See how Maze Mind Tome works out. Not sure what's going to be going on here. Opponent decided mulligan to 6. Oh, boy. Well, I guess the good news is... Well, if they cycle twice, we won't even be able to kill that. We're going to have to waste the... Okay, well, that's a thing. Man, this is kind of unfortunate, but we actually have to kill this fox while we can. And then I think we're just going to have to Banishing Light the Rescuer. And then figure it out from there, I guess. I mean, they don't have a lot of cards in hand, but, you know, they're going to cycle through a billion things. So though we drew the Maze Mind Tome, we actually won't get to do much with it yet. Hopefully they're just holding lands. I doubt that's the case. Alright, so now they're just cycling. So now our plan is probably... Well, don't love that either. Yep. Alright, that's nice. Let's do this. Get rid of this. And then hopefully draw Baneslayer Angel. That's going to be our plan here. Alright, they're cycling. Just trying to set up a big kill here with their cycling things. They have 2, 4, 6, 7 already. So, not looking good for us. Interesting, they didn't keep that to cycle. Alright, well there's 7 cycling things in the yard. We're going to go ahead and scry. But That, well, yeah, it's not really going to be part of our plan right now. I was just thinking if we drew the dragon, but it's not really what we're concerned about at the moment. I'm going to assume we just want to more efficiently use our mana. And we'll just pass. In case the situation comes up where we want to cast both of these next turn, potentially. Riel, plus for the number of cards in yard, and then whenever you discard one or more cards, you draw that many. Oh, okay. Reasonable. We are protection from Riel, so that's nice. And now we're just cycling that. Yep. Good call, opponent. We're going to be in trouble now. Because I can't imagine they don't get to a Zenith thing between now and then. This is not relevant to our interest at the moment. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're only at 11. So they're going to put us to 10. If they have a Zenith in hand and one Cycler, we're just dead. Ugh. Well, I mean, we kind of... Well, they can't even block us, so I was just like, we could attack, see if they block, but that doesn't change anything. Unfortunately, drawing all these Banishing Lights, I think, got us in trouble. Yep, now they have 9 things in the yard, so... Without us having a lifelink thing, I don't think we're going to get out of trouble here. I think we die a lot of different ways. Alright, and then we just get hit for 10. I mean, you just hit us, opponent. Yeah, exactly. GG's. Like, I don't know what they were doing, but sure. Alright, keeping this. This is all very playable. I think we're gonna... we'll start with the temple. Being able to scry, we might want that. And plus being able to use the Triome later to cycle seems important. Let's go ahead and do this. We will scry up some more cards. Ugh. Well. Okay. We'll leave that just on the off chance we actually need to get rid of a Clover. Well, looks like that won't be the case. Never mind. Alright, the opponent gets their choice of what to remove here. They're looking at Lava Brink Venturer pretty hard. Might be the hardest thing for them to deal with. Alright, we're going to put that in tapped. We're going to attack. With what's in our hand, being a couple of removal cards and a Vanishing Light, I'm not that concerned just running that out there. If the opponent has some spot removal, we'll just let them have it. Their cards get to do stuff. Alright, they're going to make us discard probably Banishing Light, I imagine. Oh no, they're going to really look at the Bone Crusher Giant? If so, that means their hand's really unfortunate. Yeah. Maybe they're stuck on 2 lands? Yep, that's the case. It's very much the case. Okay, well, knowing that, just put the pressure on them. I mean, even a blocker, we can remove stuff. If they target the giant, they would take 2, 4, 6 and be at 6. Nope. Alright, that was a short one. Alright, we'll keep it. Alright, opponent at Mulligans. Ginger Brutes. Alright, I'm gonna assume this is a mono red something or other. Good news for us, we have lots of removal cards. Bad news, we have no business cards. That's not true. We have technically... Oh, is this a Winota list? That's a different problem. if that's the case. Nope, it's just mono red. Alright, let's shoot that hound. No action from you, friend. Ooh, okay. Well, we don't have the mana to do what we want to do there, so this has to come in tapped, unfortunately. Would have been nice to have shield breaker the thing and then be able to kill a Cur. Could still be a Winota deck, mind you. If the opponent just has, yeah, goes and gets a white land here and then casts Winota. Interesting. It was not that. Well, we're just going to kill the Cur knowing that we can shield breaker or something. Alright, Watchdog. So yeah, this feels like a Winota list that just didn't draw Winotas. What happened here? At least that's what I'm going to choose to believe for the moment. Though it could just be a dogs list that's not playing. But even then, most of the dogs lists are playing some number of Winotas. Can't imagine they're playing 0. Alright, hopefully this isn't it, and we can buy a turn. Alright, that helps. Because we know we can use this to kill a Ginger Brute. We can at least block 2 things. Even if they get a Winota, they get 1 free trigger. And then we can judge from there. Interesting. They didn't want to kill our Bosri's Lieutenant. Not sure what that's about. I would have probably done it. Alright, let's kill the Ginger Brute so we're not taking that damage anymore. I mean, I guess maybe they just wanted to set up, like, if we attack, they want to be able to kill our Lieutenant. But we're okay with that because it produces a token. I'll just put a Bone Crusher in. Put this in. And, yeah, I guess we could Bone Crusher Giant. And if we can eliminate the opponent's creatures, that's kind of the other way to fight against Winota. It's just take away options. Alright, there's another Ginger Brute. I mean, slowly but surely. But I don't think that's going to be the thing that gets them there, especially with us having Vanishing Light and another Giant. Yeah, we're going to attack. Why not? Plus, you're now reaching the point that if the opponent has Winota and they attack, the creatures attacking leave them exposed. So we'd just be able to crack back for enough now with these in hand. Yep. Lieutenant. Opponent's just in a situation where they just can't attack right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Yep, that'll do it. Oh boy. That was a tough one. You know, just kind of checking a couple of things here in my notes from playing this game. But I actually played quite a few. And, I mean, I no lies, whatever the timer is at. I spent over 2.5 hours playing with this deck to try to just get a handle for it, see if I missed some things. I didn't do very well. I mean, I only got a handful of wins, and you saw most of them here. I would say, like, though, I don't think the deck is bad. I mean, some of it, I think it was a combination of some of my bad luck. I also think I misplayed, and I could have won. I mean, the thing is, I don't know how many more I could win, really. I know there's at least 2 more I probably could have won there. But even then, I think it has a rough time on the draw. And I'm not sure how good something like Terror of the Peaks is. I might just want to double down on playing like 2 or 3 copies of Baneslayer Angel, maybe an extra copy of Elspeth Conquers Death, you know, something like that. I think to give the deck a little bit more reach, a little more teeth, and the ability to come back. It's interesting because there's cards like Bosri's Lieutenant that's in here, and I don't know. I'll have to talk to Soul Archer about it a little bit, because I think that's the card that when I drew it, it just never felt correct, and I never really knew what, like, I don't know. If you like this style of deck, you'll probably play it better than I did, in all honesty. So like I said, I'm not gonna bust on it too much. I think the deck is still viable, obviously, as I managed to get some wins. Just don't know if I can recommend it highly. I would say this is more, if you already like this style of deck, then go ahead and give it a shot. If you don't already play this style of deck, I probably would not recommend it. I think that's probably where I'm at after playing all those games. But if you hadn't, please remember to like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and then come on back when I have more stuff up. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.